Good afternoon, everyone. We are consultants from One Stop Advisory. My name is Joseph, and these are my colleagues, Henry and Anthony. We are very lucky to have had the opportunity to work closely with each and every single one of you as a member of this community over the past few weeks. We have to say, the experience was nothing short of amazing, and we've learned a lot about the details of the resort's operation to the chats that we have had during these days. Unfortunately, we have identified some key issues within the organization. But don't worry, we've been working on a lot of similar cases before and have had many experiences in terms of dealing with these same situations. So today, I'll be talking to you regarding some concerns and areas that we can improve on and address the elephant in the room. So for now, here's our agenda. We notice that currently there are problems with poor morale and worker motivation. There seems to have been some tensions between you guys and the management. This has led to an increasing guest complaints rising from 10 a week to 30 a week due to unsatisfactory performance from both management and staff alike. We notice that the company is facing more internal than external conflict, as seen in clashing workplace culture. And as such, we need each and every single one of you help and support in order to solve these problems together. So I'll be going over a few possible solutions that we have come up with to address the issues that we have identified. So in order to combat the current problems that WICYR is facing, we're going to subdivide the solutions into two: short-term solutions and long-term solutions. For short-term solutions, we are planning to organize events and activities such as a cultural tour and an outfit of the week event. For long-term solutions, we are going to be arranging a training program and coffee sessions, and each of which will be explored in depth later on in the presentation. So for now, I'll be handing the floor to the next speaker, Henry.
Thank you, Joseph. Next, I'll go deeper into the issues that we identified and give a brief summary on the difficulties faced by some of you doing your work. First of all, we noticed that there are some problems about the team morale. In the past few weeks, we observed that most of you may be more focused on your own work and seldom communicate with each other. Given the huge cultural diversity in this company, we understand that some of you may feel hard to express your difficulties at work to your colleagues or even seniors. The lack of communication in this workplace may lead to some misunderstandings, which can turn into some very great problems if this is not adequately addressed. At the same time, we also understand the constant personnel changes may make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, as you have to develop relationships that you know is going to last shortly at the beginning and hard to adapt to the new working style of your colleagues. Besides, we discovered that there has been an increase in guest complaints for this company in these days. We have gone through all the details of the complaints, and most of the complaints are related to the attitude and service quality of our staff. We also found that many of them are actually due to some misunderstandings between the employee of this resort. We want you to understand this should be the responsibility shouldered by the whole team. Therefore, we suggest there should be more trainings and guidance for our staff to help you develop a more holistic skill set in order to fulfill the customer's request. Last but not least, the last issue we identified is the clashing work culture. While the BVI culture focuses more on the nurture and team relationship components, some may be more concerned about the achievement part. However, we want you to understand that such a phenomenon is also very common in other workplaces and not only here. The way to solve this is to increase communication between each other and to understand others' faults. Then try to come up with a way that works best for the team to move forward. Given the problems that we have just mentioned, I'll now pass it down to Anthony to talk more about the recommendations we suggest to deal with the problems.
So thank you, Henry, for walking us through some of the issues that we've identified over the past few weeks. Although it seems that WIYCR is currently facing some small troubles, we believe that with suitable measures to address them, the company is going to be back onto the right track. Here are some of the suggestions that we've prepared, and please be rest assured that these suggestions are not asking you to write any reports or any reflections. Instead, we try to organize some events to cultivate a positive working culture, which include the Caribbean Cultural Tour and the Outfit of the Week campaign. Whereas in the long term, there should be a leadership training program and a coffee chat activities. First of all, the Caribbean Cultural Tour. As its name implies, you're invited to go on a tour at a BVI with all the staff of this resort. The name sounds interesting, right? However, for the trip details and activities, they are not known yet. Why? Because we are going to leave them to you and maybe also your managers to decide together. We believe that this would be a great opportunity to collaborate with different people together while you can unleash your creativity to plan a wonderful trip schedule for your colleagues. And this trip, you'll be divided into different groups for some group activities in the trip. Let's say the Fisherman's Jamboree, and I'm sure you guys will have lots of fun together in different mixes. After touring around the island, there will be a BBQ crossover party night. The party night would not only allow you to have some chills with your colleagues, apart from the hectic work schedule during the workdays, but we will also invite some of the colleagues to perform on the stage. I've talked to you guys, and I know some of you are very talented in dancing and playing some local music, such as the fungi. You are very welcome to showcase your talents on that day. We believe such an activity would act as a beautiful cultural exchange night. Apart from that, our second suggestion would be the Outfit of the Week campaign. During that week, all of our employees would be required to wear the BVI traditional costumes. Here is the example, the territorial dress, and I guess you must be very familiar with this. Also, all the members of our resort, such as Johnson and some people working in the head office of US, will also come to here to join this meaningful event, at which we would also take our team photos and have a team dinner. We believe such an activity would not only promote the local culture of BVI, but it would also serve as a great chance to build our team bonds. In the long term, we devised the leadership training program, which is going to last for 2 years. As this company values the component nurture a lot, this program aims to foster the self-development of our employee, such as to enhance their leadership and communication skills, which we believe will be very useful to the future development of every one of you. I know some of you may be scared about the word program. Am I going to take any exam or courses? Instead, you are going to join different outreach activities, such as an orienteering camp. In the program, you will take on different roles in the team, say a team leader, to finish the task with your teammates together. The program will take place during the weekdays in the off-peak season, and you no need to work if you have to join the training that day. If you and your friends have excellent performances, the bonus is that you can go on to an exchange to another resort at BBI to learn about their operations together. Last but not least, we have our coffee chat activity, which would be held on a one-to-one or one-to-two basis. The coffee chat activity is designed for our staff to convey their concerns at work to your manager. We expect this would be held at least once per week, but the place and the time you meet is not limited. We want you to know communication is a very crucial element to build a good relationship. We understand that sometimes you may feel a little bit uncomfortable with the management style of your seniors, while they may not notice it actually. Therefore, we need you to take the first step and talk to them to find out the best way of communication. Now, Joseph will help us elaborate more about the implementation timeline of these events. Joseph, please.
Thank you very much, Anthony. So for our implementation timeline, in the first year, we will be having the short-term solution, which are the Outfit of the Week event and the Caribbean Cultural Tour. The Outfit of the Week will be held in a week during the peak season, which is around June to early December, and will be held in WIYCR. So the cultural tour, however, will be held instead during an off-season, which is around mid-December to May. So moving on to our long-term solutions. In the second year of our timeline, we will be starting the 2-year leadership training program and the coffee sessions, which will be held regularly over the years. So back to you.
Thank you, Joseph, for wrapping up the implementation details of those events and activities. I guess every one of you must be very excited and look forward to joining these activities. Before we try to end this meeting, we would like to let you know more about these activities. Actually, they are designed to get us together. As what it shows here, we want everyone to work as a family and play as a family. Therefore, these companies need your support in order to thrive in the future. Thank you very much for your attendance. We're now opening the floor to any questions that you may have.